Hi there, my name is Gabriel Gates, and I'm here today to begin a segment that I'm going to call Author's Diary. And what I'd like to do is just describe a little bit to people what it's like to be a published author. So hopefully it'll be helpful to people who are authors, or people who care about authors, or anybody who's ever, read a book. So today, what's going on? It is September 12th. I woke up, I had my morning writing session. I'm working on a book called Shadow Train. It's book 3 of a young adult fantasy series called The Tracks. Just to give you a little bit of a background of what it is that I've done, I've had 4 books published before. If you're not familiar with me, you should be familiar. Come on, get on it! I have a book called The Sleepwalkers, which is what I like to call the scariest teen horror book ever, but adults would enjoy it too. And then I have a fantasy series called The Tracks, which is about kung fu, magic, and star-crossed love taking place in a small town. So 2 of those books have come out so far. There is book 1, which is called Dark Territory, and book 2, which is called Ghost Crown. And like I said, I'm working on book 3 of that right now. I have another book that is a sci-fi dystopian epic that's coming out next month in October. So today, like I said, I was working on book 3 of The Tracks, which is called Shadow Train. I did some correspondence this morning. I have a wonderful agent, and she has been talking back and forth to a Hollywood producer who is interested in optioning the Sleepwalkers to make a film out of it. And so I talked to her a little bit about that, and then we kicked that contract, or the contact information, over to the publisher, because they are the ones who actually own those rights. So, I'll get paid when the option comes through, or if a movie is made, but they are the ones who actually control those rights, so they have to do the negotiation for that. So I kicked it over to them. And then the other big thing that I have going on, I recently, or a little while ago, actually wrote another teen horror book. That's my dog, Tommy. Teen horror book called The Empty Ones. And that one has been making the rounds a little bit. My agent has been shopping it around to some various publishers, and so far none of them have bit. So my books so far have come out through HCI Books, who's a wonderful publisher. They do the Chicken Soup for the Soul series, and I'm pretty much one of their only fiction authors. They decided they wanted to get into the YA game, and so they started working with me. And so now, for this book, I'm talking to other publishers as well, and trying to really increase my readership and get the word out. So so I've been kind of waiting to hear something back. It's gone out to a few editors. Some of them have passed. They didn't quite get what I was going for, or connect with it or whatever. And so now I'm waiting for it. So I guess the moral of this particular message to anybody out there who's a writer is that no matter where you're at, there's kind of another hill to overtop, another mountain to climb. I always used to think that, boy, when I'm published, when I can just sit at home every day and write, and then and get my books published, like everything will be perfect. Everything will be easy. And I just sort of envisioned it, everything coming together once I got that publishing deal, but I never thought beyond that. And the reality is that kind of when you get a publishing deal, the work, to a certain extent, is just beginning, because there are, if you look at Amazon, there are about 8 million books on Amazon, right? So, yeah, your book is published, your book is out there, but given the fact that we live in an age of self-publishing too, I mean, you're competing not only with every book that's published, every book that's been published that's still in print, you're also competing with, literally anybody in the world can string together 75,000 words and publish it, and whether or not it's good or edited or anything like that, and no matter what, you're competing with that. Even if you're a best-selling author, you're still competing with 8 million other titles. And so, you know, that's where I'm at right now in my career, is to ensure a good launch for my book Blood Zero Sky that's coming out, and to get this other book published. So after I'm done doing this little video rant, I'm going to be working some more on the tracks. I'm working with a co-author named Charlene Keel on that, so I'm going to be going through some of the pages that she has revised and sent me. I'm going to go through that, and then go through the pages that I've worked on more recently. And I'm going to do some twittering, because, you know, tweeting is part of the deal as an author, and check my Facebook and do my correspondence and all that good stuff. So there you go. That is September 12th, a day in my life. I'm J. Gabriel Gates. Thanks for checking me out. Later.